Government to spend over $4 million to bring pipe-borne water to residents of Bells. 4 Dominicans were among 23 students of the All Saints University School of Medicine who received their white coats during a ceremony last Saturday. And Joseph Russell has been re-elected chairman of the Woodfordale Village Council. Thank you for joining us for another edition of National Focus. I am Tarnia Green.
And I'm Mervin Matthews. Stay with us for the details of the headline stories and others coming up right after the break.
The black Sikatoka fungus can survive on banana and plantain leaves even after they have been cut from the tree. Farmers and hucksters are encouraged to use alternate cushioning material when moving produce from farm to the market. Do not use banana and plantain leaves as cushioning. It is against the law to move banana and plantain trash from the field. Obey the law and stop the spread of black Sikatoka today.
Welcome back. Time now for the details of the news. Residents of Bells will soon benefit from an improved water supply system. That's according to Parliamentary Representative for the St. Joseph constituency, Honorable Kelva Daru. Daru told GIS News that government will spend over $4.5 million on a new water system to serve that community. The project will include the construction of 2 storage tanks with capacities of 45,000 and 3,000 gallons. The St. Joseph MP is looking forward to the commencement of that project.
One of the reasons I'm looking forward to it is simply because of the safety of the residents in terms of drinking water, as well as a steady supply of water that will be supplied to the school, and that is very important for the community.
One of the storage tanks for the Bells Water Project will be located in the Port-Cassé area, while the other will be constructed in the community. The St. Joseph MP told GIS News that further funding is being sourced to extend the scope of the project.
The Ministry of Water is also looking for an additional $900,000 from the Ministry of Finance that would be able to transfer some of these water lines to supply the Sultan and the Layu area.
The official signing of the contract is expected within a few months.
In more news, the children of Goodwill and environs now have a new place to recreate. The People's Pentecostal Family Church Playground was officially commissioned on Sunday. The playground is a gift from staff and students of the Masters Academy of Alberta, Canada.
Every time that we see one of these playgrounds or go to build one of these playgrounds, we think that we have been blessed that God has given us one of these playgrounds to bring to a country to share His love.
The Academy donated the playground and also played an active part in its construction. This is not the first time that the Academy has reached out its hand to Dominican youth. In 2009, they built a similar playground in Stock Farm.
This is clear evidence of love for people, especially the children in Goodwill and the surrounding areas.
The construction of the playground is expected to have a positive impact on the lives of children who reside in Goodwill and environs.
It will occupy the time of our young people, get them very active in meaningful things and things that can contribute to their physical development.
The new playground brings to 3 the number of playgrounds in the Roseau North constituency, among them the playground near the Public Works Corporation funded by the People's Republic of China. To address concerns about the proximity of this park to the main road, Francis Emmanuel, who represented the parliamentary representative for the Roseau North constituency at Sunday's ceremony, indicated that there are plans to construct a fence to protect users of the park.
In more news, an international trail running competition activity dubbed the One Run came to a successful end in Dominica last Friday. Set each year on a remote and unspoiled tropical island, the race gives runners and athletes of all backgrounds the chance to experience a very different kind of island escape. taking on some of the most breathtaking trails on the planet, while competing to become the first to race across the island's rugged landscape and reach its opposite shore. Local group Nature Island Environmental Trust partnered with the organizers of the One Run organization this year to stage the competition in Dominica. The One Run 5-day competition, which took place last week, took the local and international runners through Dominica's 115-mile Waitakubuli National Trail from Scott's Head to the Cabritz National Park.
It involved, in this case, 9 runners from internationals. We had runners from Canada, we had runners from England, and we had runners from the United States who came to Dominica to run the Waitakubuli Trail. We're involved with the One Run group from the United States, and basically they put on races throughout the world. And we organized, the Nature Island Environmental Trust organized the event this week. It was very successful. We're happy to have the completion of it without any injuries. Great times. All the runners enjoyed themselves. Some weren't able to make it, as expected always, but we had 2 successful completers, and they're very happy.
We spoke to winner of the One Run competition, Mike Matrosovs, who hails from Canada. He made it to the finish line in Fort Shirley at the Cabritz National Park and set a new trail record of 34 hours for 163 kilometers. He said the experience in Dominica, though tough, was an exciting and rewarding one.
I've been running about 10 years. Most recently my big event was an 8-day stage race running across the Alps in Europe. And now I've come here to Dominica and I ran the One Run, which ran the length of the Waitakubuli National Trail from Scott's Head to Cabritz. And we accomplished that in 5 days. It's probably the toughest run I've ever done. It's an absolutely beautiful trail. The scenery is spectacular. The people you meet along the way are amazing. There's so much variety, and it is the most challenging trail I have ever run. But it is absolutely amazing. And I love this, love the country here, and I feel very privileged to have been able to run the length of the trail.
Matthew Vaughan Efelda came in 2nd place. Rabes of Nature Island Environment Trust says the One Run event in Dominica was not only rewarding for the participants, but resulted in tremendous benefits for all sectors in the economy.
This kind of event is very good for Dominica because, as small as we were able to pay cab drivers, able to pay people who provided food, accommodations we paid for. You know, we paid the forestry for use of the trail. We paid the trail management for use of the trail. We paid for accommodations. So we did put money in the economy. And as we do this more and more and bigger events, it will stand well for the success and the continuation of the trail.
Rabes is not the only one delighted about the event. Tim Hallstrom, events director of the One Run, is looking to return to Dominica on similar type ventures.
We together have put on a successful first race, an inaugural edition of the One Run. We plan to come back and do it again next year and attract runners from all over the world with a marketing effort that's in part of our approach is to work with my other company, Lost Worlds Racing. I put on races in Europe. I also put on races in Central America, and we hope to attract some of the runners that go to those races. They're all long-distance runners or ultra runners, and I think that many of them would find these trails incredibly challenging, at least in the format that we've created. And I think that the challenge to run the entire island has now been set by Kevin, our winner, with a benchmark time of 35 hours, crossing all the segments of the Waitakubuli Trail.
Dominica's Waitakubuli National Trail is without a doubt one of the most epic and challenging long-distance trails in the world and the only one of its kind in the entire Caribbean.
4 Dominicans were among 23 students of the All Saints University School of Medicine who received their white coats during a ceremony at that institution last Saturday. The white coat ceremony marks the students' transition from the study of preclinical to clinical health sciences. These ceremonies typically involve a formal robing of students in white coats the GAB physicians have traditionally worn for over 100 years and other health professions have adopted. Dean of the All Saints University, Dr. John Clare, told the students that they are at an important point in their medical career.
This ceremony today serves 2 purposes. First, it is testimony to your successful completion of the initial part of your medical studies, basic medical knowledge and skills. Second, it signifies beginning of the next level of your medical studies, clinical medicine and training.
He added that their lifetime experience in the medical field had merely just begun.
Many new challenges await you in the course of your continuing medical education, career, and practice. Do not make a mistake to think that after completing your last examination of your medical training, you will never again have to open books and study. As medical professionals, you will continuously have to absorb new knowledge in order to keep up to date with multiple advances and developments of medical science.
Meanwhile, Minister for Education and Human Resource Development, Honorable Peter Sejar, reminded the students that the career they have chosen is one in which humanity places significant confidence.
The individuals that you are prepared to serve have placed such confidence in you that even at the point of death, they believe that you have power to avert it. You therefore must go forth and prove yourself as worthy stewards of the faith that has been placed in you. Be true to your mission and serve humanity with a sense of dignity and accomplishment.
Honorable Alvin Bernard represented Prime Minister Honorable Roosevelt Skerrit at last weekend's ceremony. He spoke of the strong partnership which exists between the government of Dominica and the All Saints University. He said the partnership has exceeded expectations of both partners.
In that regard, we sincerely appreciate the matriculation of Dominican nationals at All Saints University School of Medicine. This development is expected to significantly enhance our domestic human resource capacity, as well as present new opportunities in this global village at the regional and international level. Furthermore, the city of Roseau and environs has been a better place economically, socially, and culturally because of All Saints.
We will bring you more details from last weekend's White Coat ceremony in Tuesday's newscast.
And Joseph Russell has been re-elected chairman of the Woodford Hill Village Council. Russell and 7 other councillors were officially sworn in last Friday during the council's 18th inaugural meeting. The other members included Bernadette Abraham, Savina Basil, Bernadette Blanc, Monique Everly Bruno, Gertrude Robin, Whitfield Wallace and Vicar Wallace. Russell says among the numerous completed and ongoing projects, sanitary improvement has been and remains a major priority for the council.
We secured the services of a sanitary laborer, which person was responsible for the day-to-day activities, the day-to-day sanitation of the community. We went on further and we placed garbage bins, 12 different locations in the village. This aided greatly in the general sanitation of the village. And when we add that to the number of garbage bins that other residents placed out, we found that our village was cleaner by far. We built toilets for many of the residents who did not have that facility. This greatly improved our waste disposal, especially toilet waste. We just hope that we can get many, many, many more, so those persons who do not have modern washroom facilities will be afforded that luxury. I call it a luxury because those of us who have know what it feels like and know the difference between now that we have and when we didn't have.
Russell pledged his continued commitment to the council for the new term. He listed the many achievements of the council over the past 3 years, including road rehabilitation and maintenance, initiatives to develop the agriculture, education and cultural sectors of the community, as well as the organizing of cleanup campaigns, hikes and community building activities. The chairman attributed the success of these many achievements to the supportive and healthy relationship between the council and its members and government.
As incoming chairman, I would like to tell you that most of the achievements and most of the successes of our council was mainly due to one word. And that one word is relationships. We had very good relationship among ourselves as councillors. We worked well together. We worked cohesively. We agreed on most issues. We disagreed on a few, and we agreed to disagree on the rest. And even when we disagreed on an issue, if the council took a decision, we who disagreed upon it would fit right in and do the thing that we disagreed with in the first case. We had very good relationship with our district development officer and the district development assistants. We worked very well with all the ministries, all other departments of the Ministry of Social Services, the Welfare Department, the Youth Development Division, the Adult Education Division, the Drug Prevention Unit. We just worked well and harmoniously with all those persons.
The parliamentary representative for Woodford Hill constituency, Honourable Gloria Shillingford, commended the past council for their work during the last 3 years. The minister appealed to constituents to continue assisting in the community's development.
Put the development of Woodford Hill as your top priority. And that is one of the things I love about Woodford Hill. Sometimes we have our differences. It doesn't matter what. You may have your differences, sometimes your political differences, your religious differences. But when it comes to the development of your community, we get together and we ensure that our community is top priority. And I want to say to you, don't say it is the those people thing. And sometimes some persons say that is their thing. 8 councillors alone, and your chairman said so, 8 councillors alone cannot develop Woodford Hill. It has to take each one of us, every man and woman, every boy and girl, all of us putting our talents and our graces together to make sure that things work for us in this constituency.
Honourable Shillingford recommended continued consultation between the council and the community to ensure success. The parliamentary representative advised the councils to let the experience of serving their people be a rewarding one. The Woodford Hill Village Council was first inaugurated in 1964. GIS News will bring you more from the 18th inaugural meeting of the Woodford Hill Village Council in Tuesday's newscast. And that's the English segment of the news. We now join McPherson St. Luce for the Creole highlights.
Allô tout le monde, bienvenue à cette nouvelle en créole. Non, moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Premièrement, un workshop régional qui concerne la biodiversité qui a en place en Dominique Simen-Salam. Ministère environ, Honorable Dr. Kenneth Darrow, délivré une adresse pour ouvrir workshop là qui a en place en Hôtel Fortune en Roseau.
Ça qu'a parlé compte, c'est nous qu'on paye ne pour garder against bit qui a rentré un pays nous qui s'est affecté environ nous esprit bio ça nous a créé ecological system nous c'est juste ça, nous savons avec tout science, modern science, c'est juste ça, nous savons que l'obité comme manger, avec d'autres bagailles, c'est bagailles qui ont développé à la lab, avec ça nous a créé genetically modified organisms. So nous savons que c'est science avec technologie ça, oui, in the place là la terre, parce que esprit avec issue climate change, nous savons que c'est bité ça qui a développé pour résister climate change. Mais nous voulons savoir qu'un pays que n'importe quoi qui a montré en pays nous, c'est bité qui safe et bité qui pas de PS effect à les système nous, avec plants nous, avec animaux nous.
Dr. Darrow fait parole qui nous suppose prendre garde, spécialement quand nous en carré comme single market and economy.
Nous avons parlé actuellement con CSME, Caribbean Single Market and Economy. So ça mean que tous ces pays, so collective responsibility, tous ces pays actuellement ni pour plus vigilant individual parce que si quelque chose est dans un pays, ça mean every free flow of goods and services, c'est ça là actuellement ça marche dans toute région. So we c'est comme on dit dans adresse moi que c'est CSM pas supposé parler contre treat tout seul. Nous ne pouvons pas parler contre toutes ces issues contre climate change, même si bité la biodiversité, avec toutes ces bité ça, nous ne pouvons pas regarder yo séparés, nous ne pouvons regarder yo comme si des incorporate dans toutes ces discussions of single market of economy. Nous ne pouvons incorporer ça dans ces policies à nos cafés qu'on pays avec qu'on région. So ce temps oui pour nous pas garder issues everyone qu'on bagaille separate hot ça qui a fait. Il supposé part and parcel avec tout ça nous qu'a discuter like pour développement pays à every region.
En autre nouvelle, le gouvernement Dominica a continué EP National Employment Program. Parole celle là sortie au ministère Employment, Honorable Dr. John Colin McIntyre.
Nous avons fait un community project actuellement. Avec nous avons parlé de gens qui ont skills, nous qui ont toutes skills. Avec un autre nous avons c'est education mentorship program. Comme si nous avons pour gens qui ont papier, avec nous avons mis à différentes places Dominique pour à faire jeunes gens qui sortent de primary school, secondary school, qui besoin pour aider eux et puis homework toutes ces qualités so après à midi non ça yo faire que ces enfants ça yo venir à l'école là nous ni place pour eux avec nous faire yo apprendre plus so qui plus fort because actuellement vous savez on madame et puis un homme qui travaille yo ni zafa mais yo dé nous pour travailler si yo ni pour faire caille et si yo ni pour aider pour voir zafa l'école. So, yo donne pour travail. C'est comme ça la terre actuellement, ça c'est pas Dominique tout seul, tout partout on la terre. Avec ça, so comme si dit yo que ces enfants qui à Caillou, mais yo que besoin de supervision. So you ça à l'école là, et ben nous avons un education mentorship programme là. C'est moun ça non qui aider ces enfants à homework pour aider eux. So nous a tapé en primaire moun à Dominique, comme si dit yo que chebe éducation plus sérieux.
Messieurs, mesdames, ça c'est tout pour nouvelle Creole pour à présent. Moi, c'est McPherson St. Luce. Au revoir.
When we come back, we'll bring you today's tip of the day. Don't go away.
Dominica is blessed with an abundance of water, but getting it to your home is an expensive venture. You have a responsibility to conserve water, to use it wisely. Remember the old adage, you never miss the water till the well runs dry. Think water, think life.
In today's tip, we'll talk about defensive driving. The starting point for defensive driving is to plan your journey and ensure you have a realistic amount of time to travel. If you're already late, no sense in trying to make it up on the road.
Once on the road, look 15 seconds ahead, not just at the vehicle in front of you. Aiming further down the road allows you to anticipate risks, make fewer and smaller steering corrections, and to better predict events to which you may need to react.
Not only does defensive driving help to save lives, but it also has many other benefits. Defensive drivers are less stressed, which in turn is likely to lead to fewer incidents of road rage or aggressive driving. And that's all for this edition of National Focus. We always welcome your suggestions and your comments. Drop us an email at gis@dominica.gov.dm or visit our website at news.gov.dm.
Friend us on our Facebook page and be sure to like our GIS Dominica fan page. You can also catch up on past National Focus newscasts on our GIS Dominica YouTube channel. On behalf of the entire news production team, I'm Mervin Matthew.
And I'm Tarnia Green. Thank you so much for watching, and to remember to join us again tomorrow.